Welcome students. As far as customs is concerned, only important amendment is baggage rules 2016 have been issued. So let us learn them, because this is the chapter where there is some probability of getting a mathematical question. Before we read the new baggage rules, one quick revision about what we know about the baggage. This is the page from my book. I'm sure the book is with you. We know baggage includes unaccompanied baggage, and you can bring anything, but motor vehicle cannot be baggage. We have already known this. Section 77. If you are coming from abroad and if you have dutiable baggage, you are supposed to make declaration. If you remember, for import of cargo, you are filing bill of entry for home consumption. For export of cargo, you are filing shipping bill. If it is import and export by post, you are filing label. So what is the document of entry for baggage? And it is filed under section 77. Section 77 says if you are bringing dutiable goods, you are supposed to make declaration under section 77. Section 78 gives the relevant date. 78 says relevant date to decide rate of duty for baggage is the date on which you have made declaration under section 77. And then there was section 79. Section 79 says if it is bona fide baggage and if it is for personal use and if it is in use. Remember 79(1)(a), he has used the word in use. If it is personal effects in use, it is unlimited exempt. And if it is for use, read with proviso, it is exempt to the extent of baggage rules, to the extent of general free allowance GFA. That is what section 79 says. So if it is in use articles, it is unlimited exempt if it is bona fide, and if it is for use, it is exempt to the extent of general free allowance. And general free allowance is given by baggage rules, and new baggage rules 2016 have been issued. Before we actually read baggage rules, last thing we have to remember that in Customs Tariff Act, there is one heading 98.03. If you bring anything as baggage, net of exemptions, total duty liability that you are supposed to pay is 36.05. This is the revision, very quick revision which we have done. Now let us try to learn what is the new baggage rules. In this baggage rules, baggage rule 2016, short title and commencement not relevant. Definitions, not every definition is relevant for us, but focus on the word definition of infant. What do you mean by infant? Infant means a child not more than 2 years of age. That is the definition. So not more than 2 years is infant. And also once you read definition of personal effects. What do you mean by personal effects? Personal effect means things required for satisfying daily necessities but does not include jewelry. Point blank clear, jewelry cannot be a personal effect, but otherwise डेली नेसेसिटीज के लिए जो गुड्स आप यूज करते हैं उसको हम लोग पर्सनल इफेक्ट्स बोलते हैं. These are the two definitions. Having said that, now let us read rule 3. Rule 3 is the most important rule, and normally we have always said that examiner will be focused only on rule 3 and rule 5 because they are the common rules. Rule 3 is about passenger arriving from countries other than Nepal, Bhutan or Myanmar. Remember, if their passenger is arriving from Nepal, Bhutan or Myanmar, he is covered by rule 4, which we are going to study. We are only going to study rule 3. If you are a passenger arriving from country other than Nepal, Bhutan or Myanmar, then rule 3 is applicable. Then what is your GFA? If it is used personal effects or travel souvenirs, it is unlimited exempt. Articles other than those mentioned in Annexure 1 up to value of 50,000 rupees if they are carried on in person or in accompanied baggage of the passenger. But this is for whom? Are you an Indian resident? Or are you a foreigner residing in India? Or are you a tourist of Indian origin? So, rule 3 says you are arriving from country, you are either an Indian resident or in India, or you are Indian. then in that case, use personal effects and travel souvenirs will be unlimited exempt, but articles other than mentioned in Annexure 1 up to value of 50,000. So last time it was 45,000, now it has been increased to 50,000 rupees, provided that if you are a tourist of foreign origin, your bona fide limit, personal effects, unlimited exempt, travel souvenirs, unlimited exempt, but other goods up to 15,000 rupees. So for Indian resident, foreigner residing in India and tourist of Indian origin, it is 50,000 rupees, but for tourist of foreign origin, it is 15,000 rupees. What about infant? Provided further that where the passenger is an infant, only use personal effects shall be allowed duty free. For infant passenger, only use personal effects shall be allowed duty free. And then there is one exception. The free allowance of passenger under this rule shall not be allowed to pull with the free allowance of any other passenger. We have already studied this in the classroom. This was their old rules also. Co-passengers can claim their individual GFA subject to two conditions. They have filed separate declaration under section 77 in respect of separate parcels. But co-passenger, their individual GFA, they cannot pull it on one parcel. We already know this thing new. So, एक बार let us try to understand this with one example. Mr. A, who is 25 years and he is coming back from USA. So what I am trying to say, his GFA is 50,000 rupees because he is Indian resident. His used personal effects are worth 23,000. His travel souvenirs are worth 10,000, and his other goods. By other goods, I mean goods which are not in Annexure 1. Is total 65,000. What is his customs duty liability? Used personal effect will become unlimited exempt. Travel souvenirs will become unlimited exempt. And because he is Indian resident coming back from country other than Nepal, etc., and he is not an infant, his GFA is 50,000 rupees. So after GFA, dutiable will be 15,000 rupees. On that, his liability will be 36.05. That is how we have to understand. I have here enclosed these new baggage rules also. Before we study anything else, ek baar we'll try to understand Annexure 1. Annexure 1, there is no amendment. The way we have studied in the classroom, same Annexure 1 is still there. There is no amendment in Annexure 1. What is Annexure 1? Firearms, cartridges of firearms exceeding 50, cigarettes exceeding 100 sticks or cigar exceeding 25 or tobacco exceeding 125, alcoholic liquor or wine in excess of 2 liters, gold or silver in any form other than ornaments, flat panel TV. This is Annexure 1. These goods can never enter GFA. That is what he is saying, and there is no amendment in that. Also, Rule 5 is amended. Rule 5 regarding jewelry. If you remember, if you are coming from abroad after stay of more than 1 year, last time likha tha usme gentlemen can bring jewelry up to 50,000 rupees and ladies can bring jewelry up to 1 lakh rupees. The monetary limit has not been changed, but additional new limit has been introduced in relation to grams. Now Rule 5 says a passenger residing abroad for more than 1 year, so condition of 1 year is not changed, on return to India shall be allowed a clearance of free of duty in his bona fide baggage of jewelry up to weight of 20 grams. So 20 grams with a value cap of 50,000 rupees if brought by gentleman, or 40 grams with value cap of 1 lakh rupees if brought by ladies passenger. He says if it is stay of more than 1 year, a gentleman can bring jewelry, 2 caps. Maximum number of grams can be 20 grams. Maximum value will be 50,000 rupees. And for ladies, maximum number of grams can be 40 grams and value can be 1 lakh rupees. So, Rule 5, there is an amendment. I have here attached all other rules. Normally, I have always been saying examination condition, you should focus only on Rule 3 and Rule 5. Other rules are not so relevant. You can read them once, but according to me, no question is expected on that. Please go through the rules which I have attached here, and based on these rules, the new rules, I have solved some problems also which I have attached. You can practice with those problems, but I have focused only on rule 3 and rule 5 in my all discussion. That is the most important amendment in Customs Act. Please complete that. Please read new rule, baggage rule 2016. Thank you.